Sorry Next.
Hi. Hello.
Hello. I'm so happy to be here with you.
I'm so happy to be here too.
We have a very special guest that you can see if you're watching, but I'm Guenn.
And I'm Krista.
And this is Graham.
I'm Graham.
Yes. Thank you, Graham. Now, you might recognize his voice as he gets into some stories, but he works with me over at iHeart, and he is very heavy in the country music scene right now. Moved over here just last year from California.
Yep.
Kind of tell us about your station there and or your road to getting to iHeart Charlotte.
Oh man, she crushed that intro, huh?
She did. She always
you
does.
Guys, look at you guys professional. Should we cut it now? Because I feel like it's only and scene.
I mean, I'm somewhat professional still, right?
Yes.
Done this a time or two.
Well, I'm Graham Bunn, born and raised here in Raleigh, North Carolina. My life has been all over the map, and I think that's probably why you guys asked me to do this. My parents called me like the new age Forrest Gump because I'm always falling into stuff. But I did just move back from Los Angeles and joined the iHeart team. I'm new to iHeart, and it's a sharp learning curve.
It's a lot of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a sharp learning curve. But yeah, it's been awesome. It's been great. It's a wonderful opportunity. So
yeah.
And then I get to do things like this.
I
with
mean,
these amazing young ladies.
Thanks for coming on.
We're keeping Graham up late. You're doing a morning show sometimes. You're all over doing all the events, like meeting country artists. You're backstage all the time. You're on the buses.
I'm just for hire. You know?
Okay.
I'm just for hire. Yeah.
We pay in laughs.
Yeah. Anything for a buck. Well, you guys are friends. So this is not a job. This is a camaraderie hang type. And then I'm going to take notes and try to get better at my job because you guys are very good at yours.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Such a charmer. And I think you're single, right? You're available?
I am single.
As Valentine's Day approaches.
And I will say this, and hopefully this comes out after Valentine's Day. I just bought all of my Valentine's Day gift for my mom. She's my Valentine's this year, as always.
As your mother always is. That's a good son.
So,
she did a good job.
Well, I guess she took 2 years off because I just got out of a 2-year relationship, but we're back. We're back in a big way this year.
She's like, thank goodness.
I remember one year when my father-in-law was not in a relationship at Christmas time. I got the best gifts because I was sort of like the woman of the family.
Yeah.
And I definitely was reaping the rewards that year. So that's cute. But don't you have nieces?
I do. I have a niece and a nephew, both geniuses. And my sister here is local in Charlotte. And yeah.
Well, you can get them Valentines.
Yeah, my mom is, it's special with your mom.
Yeah.
Now, I would imagine you would know. But
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, especially for me.
I hope this rubs off on my son because he gives me no love. He asked me if he could drive the car the other day. And I was like, I mean, it's kind of icy out. He's 12.
Okay.
So, I mean, this is not common, but sometimes backing out of the driveway, he can drive to the front of the neighborhood. And I'm like, no. And he's like, why? And I said, because you're not even nice to me. I do stuff for you all the time. And I get no thanks, no love, no appreciation. And you just want more from me.
Yeah.
So I did. I put my foot down until he starts acting right.
He'll circle back.
Good.
He'll circle back.
So were you kind of a butthead to your mom for a little bit?
No.
You were always sweet.
My father is a dress blues winning Marine, so it was tough sledding on that side of the family.
Yeah.
So my mom growing up was not the soft one, but the one that I could talk to and the one that I felt a little bit closer to on an emotional level. Now looking back on it, I'm very grateful for the way my father raised me because there's a lot of issues out in the world. And I feel like my issues are not ones that come with manners or respect. My issues are making the right choices or, making bad business decisions. It has nothing to do with the things that my father instilled in me as far as ethical, lifestyle.
So you had the tough parent and then you got the softer side with mama a little bit.
They were great. And it also was a great example. My father, married her when she was 21, 22 and worships the ground she walks on. So as far as treating a woman in a relationship, I've got no excuse. I've had a wonderful example my whole life.
Yeah.
So what's taking you so long? You can't find what they have?
Well, I've been in several long-term relationships, and one of which wrecked me beyond belief. And and it was very public, and that was new to me because I'm not a public figure. Yeah. She was. And so
Do we know her? Who is she?
She was on Selling Sunset at Chriselle Stouse. I don't know. So we were together for 5 years, and we're living together, and, kind of doing life, and that fell apart in a very terrible way. As I would imagine, a lot of relationships that are heavy, the breakups are heavy as well.
Right, love passionately, break up passionately, all of it.
I didn't recover from that for a long time, and then I found another amazing young woman who went through some tough times in her life, and it just wasn't the right time for her. And so that one fell apart at the end. She is polar opposite of Chriselle. So it was a different love, which was amazing.
Yeah.
But those two relationships were like 11 years of my life.
Wow.
So that's been tough maneuvering, but I am grateful not to be in a space where I made a rash decision and then I had to kind of like back that train up. So,
or live with the consequence, live in the bed you made, right? I mean, that's what some people do.
Yeah, for sure. So it has been tough in certain cases, and maybe that will or will not happen for me, but I am very proud of the relationships and the girls that I've been with. Yeah.
That's sweet. So sometimes people say like someone that gets divorced and they quickly remarry, like, or someone who's widowed will remarry fairly quickly because people like relationships. Like they like love and the nurturing and the partnership and just having a companion.
Yeah.
So you're not to say you're just going to pick anybody, but if you're that type of person and you have that type of character, that's what you're looking for.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not quick to jump into something. So those two relationships they weighed on me. Like they imprinted on my heart, those things, and those things still exist in my, like, I don't get over that, and hopefully somebody will come along and maybe that will erase everything. I have no idea, but that hasn't happened yet. But, but I love both those young ladies. It was a great time.
If someone slid into your DMs and was like, Graham, can I go to a concert with you or can we hang out? What do you imagine you saying yes? What does she look like?
The success rate on that is not very high. Just like I wouldn't imagine the success rate for me sliding into a girl's DMs.
Sure. Okay, well, you see someone at I go to a lot of concerts because of our job. So you're at music events a lot. What would make you approach someone? What do they look like? Or if someone approached you,
my type.
Do you have a type?
Oh my gosh, yes. My family makes fun of me religiously about picking a girl out of a lineup. Out of 100, they're like, yeah, that's the one he likes.
Like, does she look like Barbie?
No, I'm a brunette man.
Okay,
I'm a brunette man. Yeah. So I think most of the girls that I've been serious with have been brunette, and probably. This is going to sound awful, so please, but it's the only example that I know to give either Jessica Alba or Mika Kelly-ish.
Oh, yeah.
Like brown hair, olive skin, sometimes light eyes. Yeah, that's something that I'm initially drawn to.
Okay, so we touched on reality shows a second ago. I'm in a deep dive right now of Beverly Hills.
Okay.
Because I love Kathy Hilton and Rachel Zoe is on it this year, but the episode I'm very behind.
This is like Housewives?
Yes.
Okay.
Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but they just went to Sedona on a girls' trip and they went to this kind of rock where you can renew your energy and kind of go meditate for a second, and watching these women trying to go 1.5 miles up was very funny. They're not athletic. They're not into things like that. Do you need a girl, or would you want to date someone that you can go on a hike with or go to the gym with, or is that not interesting to you at all?
I probably should give that more thought, but let's circle back because I would love to learn. You guys are both in healthy relationships. So what worked for you when guys would you gave the example of sliding into DMs. Yeah. When a guy would approach you, what was successful for you? Like, what did you look for? Because that's
there
very
weren't
challenging.
DMs, I think, when we got off the market.
But if you're out and about and a guy approaches you randomly, like that's still it's intimidating for most guys, myself included. Yeah. 2, that could go south very quickly. Yeah. So like, what's the success rate?
I mean, for me, it was making me laugh, like being funny. That's something that made me, like with my husband, he just made me laugh, and I love that. And that's,
your husband's always been cool to me.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, and I think for you, it was like his success too. Like he had an entourage all the time. He was very successful. Like he was like on a pedestal of power.
We would have never worked out then. Power,
I think everybody like could just get wrapped up into his aura. Like no one said no to him, right? He just was this amazing, it is an amazing guy. But like at the time in his career and the place where you were working too, it was just like he had this magnetic effect to him.
Success is attractive for me. My dad is and hard work too, because my dad is a very hardworking. They usually
go hand in hand.
Yeah, and he does not stop. He's still building his business. He's 70 years old. He acts 20. But that's something that's super attractive. Somebody that's driven and motivated and successful.
All right. Well, we wouldn't have worked. All right. So
I know. You're not hardworking?
No, you said you're into power and success. I'm still building mine.
Well, she said,
you're working at it. You're not just rolling over in the bed, sleeping till 2.
Theo Vaughn said it best. He was like, man, you don't know what you're doing. That's right. But I'll be there every day.
I'll be there. Yeah.
I'll be there every day.
Yeah. We're going to show up every day. I think when I got together with my husband, it was all looks. He was hot. I said, this is going to be fun.
Superficial.
I said, this is just going to be a fun summer. I said, hell yeah, his dad's got a boat.
Yeah.
I said, we are going to have a damn good
and
time.
He's tan.
When he takes his shirt off. Whoo. And then, he just kind of reeled me in with his sweet little heart.
Okay.
And then, just how kind and calm he is to my wanting to be everywhere. I want to be at everything all the time.
Yeah.
I am all energy. I feed off of more energy. I do not need downtime to reset.
Okay.
And he was okay with that, like either going along for all of it or letting me go and have fun.
How long before you crossed over from, okay, this is going to be fun for a season to, okay, I don't think I'm leaving this season?
Well, he didn't let me break up with him.
Yeah.
I tried a couple times.
Really?
I said, I kind of have this cool job now. I'm on the radio and people are starting to recognize me because I'd been on the Ace and TJ show for about 9 months or so. And he asked me out on the radio. Like he was the sales guy at the time. So
is it hard to go places with this one?
And
Can they stop her all the time?
All the time.
It doesn't really happen much anymore, but I'm always flattered when it does.
Okay.
But and he'd been let go from the radio station. He was kind of floundering, trying to find his way, his career path.
You'd have dumped him immediately.
Totally.
I mean, she would have been
Power child. You got fired later.
Yeah. Bye.
I mean, but really, like he wouldn't pay his cell phone bill and his phone would get turned off. And I'm like, you are not being successful.
Yeah.
So I said, no,
working.
it's been a fun summer, but I'm trying to go places. I want to be in rooms with people that impress me and I want to grow and learn and keep climbing in a way. And he just was like, I'll do it. I can do it. I just need motivation or I just need time. Like, give me another chance. I'll stop being, drinking with my buddies and being irresponsible and I'll get on a career path. And he just rose to the occasion.
And then,
the muse over here.
Yeah, I guess. Yep. I mean, we had a little hiccup a year ago. He decided he was going to have a midlife crisis and then he didn't want to be married anymore. But I'm happy to say we worked through that.
How long was the hiccup? And how intense was the hiccup?
I mean, divorce papers were filed.
Oh, really?
It was terrible.
Were you living separately for a little while?
Oh, yeah. He moved out as fast as he could.
You haven't been listening to the podcast, Graham.
Which is a good...
Do you understand what my life is like right now? Yeah.
Oh, it was actually like...
Insane. Good on your way in.
I mean, in hindsight, it's helped me come back because I never felt cheated on or lied to. He woke up one day and was sort of like, I'm not happy. I don't think this is what I want. I feel like I can't breathe and I'm going to go get my own place. And then like a few months later, he's like, I'm going to start dating. He was very open and honest with me. And I was just like, what? Part of me was like, no one leaves me. And then another part of me was like, what work do I need to do? How did I not see this? Or how do I grow from this too and become the best version of myself? So we realized the hill that we were on was not a good road for either of us for the long term, right? Like too much partying, too much. For me, I wasn't focusing on the right things, like being the best person. I was like trying to throw the best party and not necessarily put my best foot forward in certain areas. So, but we both took that time to reflect and see other people. And he definitely came back and said, we need to stop. I'm sorry. I fucked up. Let's get back to where we were. And in my mind, I was always waiting for that. I never wanted to be with anyone else. I was forced to kind of start over. And then now I'm happy to say it's all behind us.
What was the wing woman doing during this season?
Oh, we were having a hell of a good time.
I mean,
there's got to be some stories out of this.
Oh, yeah.
So many good stories.
So many good stories.
Oh, well, let's grab one.
She had a fancy friend. And then I thought she was so selfish.
I had a fancy friend who had a plane. So we got to go to a lot of fun places on the plane, drop of a hat.
Give me one location. Give me one story.
Chicago was fun.
Oh yeah, we for the first time we got to see a concert at Wrigley Field. The famous.
Wrigley,
and we got to be like on Trump Tower drinking champagne. And then we did the river walk. We tried to do a workout class. It almost killed us.
Well, I know you like that.
Yeah, I made her go to Solid Core, and we were so hungover. And on the way there, I was like, maybe this isn't a good idea. Let's just go get French fries and mimosas. And she's like, I don't know, we're already out there. And then
I said, no, I'm doing hot girl summer. Like I'm single. I have to go take the workout class. I cannot. Summer. I have to be the best version of myself.
Gotta love a good hot girl summer.
I think that's what we needed. We had a good hot girl summer. That was super fun. But then,
was the pod going? Because I would imagine the pod would have been lit.
No, we kind of didn't start it until...
We didn't start it until January of last year.
Left a lot of money on the table.
I know.
Those stories. I bet hot girl summer stories would have been.
You are so selfish to take your husband back.
Well,
that's what I said.
Remember, I was like dealing with litigation. There were lawsuits. I couldn't exactly share all the tea yet. So
you couldn't.
It's tricky when there's lawsuits involved.
Yeah. When people sue you for saying their name, it's not fun.
Yeah. Then it's like, just kidding, honey. What happened with that, by the way? Do you just take it? Does it just go away?
Yeah. I mean, it was a bargaining tactic. A lot of people do that in negotiations. Like, I'll sue you for libel, but I'll drop it if you agree to let me have my retirement fund, or so to speak. Like, it's all negotiations.
Yeah.
Sounds messy.
It's awful.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Separating and divorce. So again, that's happening on Beverly Hills right now. Dorit and KP are getting divorced. And it's going to be really ugly.
So reality television fan as well?
Not really.
No.
And I'm normally not. I just wanted to get one in.
Yeah,
I
mean, I did like Selling Sunset, and then now I don't.
Well, no, she's great. Yeah, she's great. And I mean, I think she's still happily married.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's moved on and got married, or she was married the whole time.
Yeah. She married I think she's an Australian rock star or something. Yeah.
Or
very talented, awesome, hot, wonderful girl.
Now, did you ever know she was one day a Brad fan, one day an Angelina fan, or did that come solely after her relationship with you?
It was definitely solely after me. And she was married after me to the gentleman that plays Tracker on CBS.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Or he was on This Is Us.
Oh, yeah.
I love
the blonde?
Yeah,
right?
super handsome guy.
Yeah. Okay, that checks.
And we have mutual friends, and I've been told he's a super nice guy. So, like, I mean, it was after me, so it didn't matter. But
it was less of a punch in the gut. She switched teams, not right after you.
Not right after me. Yeah. I didn't push her directly
not on me,
into
man.
it. Yeah. Was not on me. That's not on my resume.
She cried into it. Her best friends, both of them, and then it just hit.
Not on my resume. No, but I think. For her, I think just love is love, and for anyone, if you can find it. And the girl that she married is one crazy talented, very attractive. So I don't. I get it.
I mean, you know what? Yeah. I kind of understand why somebody would do that. Yes. Sometimes the difference between men and women, you're like, how do you not get that?
How do you not? Mm-hmm. No, my kids know I'm going to end up old in a house someday with Krista. Have fun with your wife tonight. I said, thank you. I am going to have fun. She wants to order the exact same drink as me. She wants to share the exact same food as me. We want to laugh and just have a nice time together. It's going to be amazing. Thanks.
So Selling Sunset, you were a Selling Sunset fan.
Yeah. And you know who else was? DJ was too.
Oh, really? Oh, amazing.
Oh, he got into that. He's like, this is like hot women and beautiful homes. This is great.
He's like, I'll sit here and watch this. Okay.
Yeah.
No. One of my close friends joined the cast not too long ago, and I remember them calling me saying, you weren't going to tell me?
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, I mean, that was years ago, so I don't, it's not like I can bring it up, but like, that world gets smaller and smaller, especially when you live in LA.
I can't imagine.
Now, were they picked up for like a certain number of episodes, or if they are good enough, they keep staying and the money grows? Like, give us a little insight on.
Well, I'm not sure what her deal was. She joined last season, was her first season, and I do believe Chriselle is leaving the show. Last I had heard, but I think you get signed for a season, and then depending on how your storylines go, I would imagine just like anything else, they pick you up or whatever.
Yeah, it's a lot of drama with the women. It's the two twin brothers that started this agency, the Oprime Group or something like that.
Very successful.
Yeah.
Realtors,
there's so much money in real estate.
And it's these women that are gorgeous and beautiful homes, and the drama that is between them.
That's so fun.
Which is, they are rude. They are mean.
They look cutthroat.
Well, you gotta have the drama. That's what sells, right?
Yeah.
Just like boobs. I mean, you gotta have the sex and the drama.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
That's what they tell me. Yeah, that's what they tell me. Yeah. Is that the recipe for y'all's success?
I always tell her to wear a low-cut shirt. I do. I say, make sure you're dressed to impress. If those that are watching the podcast on YouTube, other than listening.
Well, I love you for your personality.
Thank you.
I know. Eyes up.
But so Graham and I, when we met, it was a funny story. We met at iHeart, but we had met before, but we didn't remember that we had met before.
No.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Because you were both having some libations?
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
I can't even remember how my childhood friend got brought into this, but there was a concert, Kip Moore, and we were all on his bus. And
love Kip Moore.
I love Kip Moore. I know.
Yeah.
You tell him I said hi. And then, anyway, but when I met Graham at iHeart, I sent the picture, like we took a picture, there was something, or I brought your name up to one of my girlfriends, and she's like, yeah, we met him. I'm like, oh my God, I was so rude. I said, nice to meet you. But he said the same thing.
Yeah.
And she's like, hello, we were with him on the bus. He took the picture of us with Kip. How do you not remember him? I'm like, I don't know, but he didn't remember me.
She only has eyes for Kip, so don't take it personally.
No.
She does it to all of us.
But it was funny because then we started talking about it, and you were like, oh yeah, that's right.
That was you. Well, you have to meet a lot of people too. So that's why you always just say, good to see you. Never say nice to meet you.
I know.
Then you cover your bases.
She said, nice to meet you. And I was like, yeah, pretty sure. I was actually just being polite. I remember her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Burn,
No, I was
baby.
just a butthead, I guess.
No, not at all.
But it was so funny. My girlfriend from California said, Krista, we know him.
I was living in Cali at the time, so maybe that's why she remembered. I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't know.
But it was a good time. And Kip's great, and Kip loves your husband and speaks highly. And Kip doesn't speak highly of anybody. So
oh wow, really? He's tough.
He just
critic?
has a very small, tight circle. He's one of those guys that he doesn't give out frivolous compliments. Like he makes you earn every little bit of whatever relationship you have. Like it's completely authentic. He'll never be like, "Oh, that's my boy," if it's not his boy.
If it's not, yeah.
Even when it's awkward, he'll be like, "Oh yeah, man, good to see you." That's just how he's, which I respect.
Which is good, yeah.
Especially
in the industry when you're getting flanked with the yes people that will make you maybe not your best self, but they'll say yes to whatever you want. So you got to be careful.
Yeah, he's the best. I mean, yeah, absolute best.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
awesome.
good.
And his music is incredible. And
Don't get this girl started.
I know. I love
his music.
all of his songs. I know. I'm like, where is he going to be, near here where we can go see him? And DJ was trying to take me to Atlanta. He was there a few months ago, or around Christmas, but it was just, there was too much going on. We couldn't make it out.
He just played Raleigh. I think he's playing Raleigh again with Billy Currington, which I don't know if I'm supposed to know that, but in somewhere close, maybe it's Charlotte. I can't remember.
Okay.
I love Billy Currington's voice too. He was a demo tape singer. That's how he got his start.
A lot of people.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah, a lot of people.
That's a super cool little fact. Speaking of, I didn't mention where we are yet. A really cool place.
Yeah.
We're at Blume Studios. So Blumenthal Arts, Uptown Belk Theater and everything. They have branched out into the space kind of adjacent from Bank of America Stadium off Moorhead Street. You can take Clarkson or Post Road. And it's just this like industrial area that Charlotte Pipe and Foundry used to run. And now they're using it as an arts space. So there's all these immersive interactive shows that happen here all the time. And we got invited to go to the In Poor Taste, which is happening tonight. There's also the Magician's Table happening through March 15th. So these are some cool shows that you can get tickets to, and you can kind of come. You don't have to uptown parking. You don't have to fight uptown crowds. It's a little bit off the beaten path. So there's designated parking and open space. It's a really cool environment.
Make no mistake, though, this is the main event. This show. This is the main event.
It's all downhill from here.
Thank you so much.
What's the goal for this? Which I love. We've had conversations about creatively what you guys want to do with this, which I think it's really good. And I mean this in all sincerity. I think both of you guys are really good storytellers. What's the goal with this? Where's this going to go? And why are you just having random people on? Like,
it's our guest.
Why would you have me on here? Like, what's going on here?
We just want someone else to talk to and to be in our sphere.
Okay.
I think a lot of the time Krista and I just need an excuse to be together because we both work so much and we have family obligations and so many other things, and we live on opposite sides of town.
I never see you. You never work.
Right.
Never.
Now I see you on emails all the time. So.
Exactly. So it's just like an excuse for us to get together is kind of how it started. And it's a lot easier to say, no, we're going to do the podcast than we're just going to sit and have a bottle of wine.
What's your favorite thing about doing this?
A time together. Yeah. And just we're very funny, I feel like we just make each other laugh. And so one of the reasons we started this is just because we thought we had some really funny stories. She was going through a lot. There was really good content there.
Yep.
And that it's just spending some fun time together,
Creative outlet.
Oh, yeah.
And creating even more memories.
Let's tell Graham like the 30-second version of the craziest MGM story. So
Please.
I'm out to dinner one night with a girlfriend and I strike up a conversation with this beautiful woman who's kind of explaining that she's in the same boat as me, going through separation, talking to lawyers. We realized we actually have a commonality and like know some of the same people. So she's like, no, your husband's doing this to you. And I'm like, oh, you wouldn't believe it. So I give her his number. She ends up texting him throughout the night just so she can kind of poke fun at his responses and we can all laugh a little bit about it. Maybe it wasn't the smartest thing to do, but anyway.
Scorn woman.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
But okay.
He ends up inviting her to Las Vegas that following
Did
weekend.
she reach out to him under the premise that she knows you, or she cold called
just
this
said,
guy?
She was like, oh my gosh, been so long. I bumped into an old friend and got your number. How the heck are you? And he's like, well, I'm good.
They used to work together.
Yes, they used to work together.
Oh, okay. So there was a foundation of how this number could have gotten there. Okay, I was like, man, this guy just really hard up there.
She put the bait out there, though. She sent a beautiful picture of herself, too. And he just jumped at the opportunity.
I feel bad. That's terrible.
I know. We didn't know this was going to happen. So then he shoots his shot, invites her to Vegas, and she's like out to dinner with me. And so I'm like, well, no, this joke's not funny anymore. Like, don't actually go to Vegas with my husband. I don't want anything to do with this anymore. Oh, my God. She goes. And I see the whole thing play out on Instagram, and I'm dying.
It's your friends. It'd be the ones closest to you sometimes.
I know, right?
I mean, I had never really met this girl. I could not believe she was doing this. And I'm like, you're crazy. So then...
Is the plot twist it was you?
Yeah, it was me. I went to Vegas. It was fine.
The plot twist is we
fine.
actually think she's like a con artist. And now we know of like 5 other people that she's done something similar to. She's got a lot of mug shots. She's done some time in jail. It's crazy.
Do you have her number?
Yeah, Graham's like, I see. No.
So we know other men that have been like bamboozled by her and gotten like lawyer letters and everything. Like it's
oh yeah,
like,
we wouldn't give you her number. No way.
Yeah. No.
We like you.
No, thank
But then I ended up confiding in my husband. I told him that. I'm like, well, guess what? I gave her your number.
I'm
and
the one that did this
he
to
was
you.
like so mad. And I'm like, you can't blame me. It's like I maybe put a drink in your hand, but I didn't make you drink it.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a man, that's tough. As a man, that's tough.
I said, I didn't invite her to Vegas. You did. You said no strings attached. She'll put you up in my room. She sent me all your texts.
She's interesting.
That's a crazy story.
It's crazy.
Ran
It made
into
me
her
feel crazy
at like the neighborhood bar by our house.
Let me see a photo of this young lady.
Oh,
I
we'll
know
have
you
to
have
share.
one. Yeah, I know you have it.
She'll come up to the suit and say, "Are you happy in your marriage?"
Yes.
Like she is just looking for, yeah,
her next whatever.
Mm.
But we
Interesting.
Her
refer to
nickname
her
is
as
MGM.
MGM because that's the
Okay,
hotel
got it.
in Vegas my
Mhm.
husband put her up at.
That's tough.
And we don't say her name because we don't want her to sue us like she sued other people. I gotta find
Okay.
my
yeah.
phone did the update. I gotta find my hidden album.
Oh, the hidden album.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Got
Yeah.
it. Nice.
So talk amongst yourselves.
Till you find the hidden album.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember your password?
I don't remember.
Well, that's all right. It's not that important.
Okay.
That is a crazy story.
It's-
That's wild.
It's nuts. Yeah.
Or
It's
I had,
totally nuts.
Also, remind me never to hang out with Guenn.
I know.
Solo.
Okay. This is her very filtered, very fake Instagram account pictures, which don't exactly look like her, but they do, but they don't.
Yeah, that's tough. Very attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not my speed, but yeah, very attractive.
I mean, no one would have guessed.
1000% if that person were to just text me blindly, though, I'd be like, yeah, nah.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
way.
they used to work together 17 years prior and had not talked in about 17 years. So out of the blue, right when you become single.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
I think I would have dodged that bullet.
I know. I didn't say he was the
See?
smartest.
And I'm not
I
the
said I thought he
smartest
was
guy.
hot.
But I think I would have passed that one. Yeah, I think I would have passed that
Yeah. Well, what's funny is she's all of a sudden stopped texting you, right?
Well, I blocked her. I've never
Oh, you
blocked
did
anyone
block her.
before in my
That's
life,
right.
but I got the heebie-jeebies. I was like, this was a joke for 5 minutes at a bar.
Yeah.
Like you were just going to text him and see if he responded and like flirt and we'd all just laugh at what an idiot he is. Like none of this was supposed to really happen. Like it got wildly off the tracks.
Yeah. And
So I
now
was
when you
like,
heard this
no, no, no,
story,
no.
were you like, that was a great idea?
Yeah.
That was,
I was like,
really good.
Great
Like
job,
the one
Glenn.
night,
Great.
the
Perfect.
one
Yeah.
night you go out without me. I did. I went out with like another friend.
I know. I'm like, well, I wasn't there, so you make poor choices.
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
was a really bad choice.
Yeah.
It's a good story, though.
Great story.
Yeah.
God,
And
Scary.
it's somehow
scary. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it costs us a lot of money too. That trip to Vegas was not free.
Yeah. Well, she went.
It was free
trip
for
to
her,
Vegas,
but
yeah, no trip to Vegas is
Is free.
Yeah.
But she comes into our lives over and over again. We'll run into her at a bar, concerts, and then
Does she live here?
yeah.
mhm.
Ooh, well,
And then we were at the Ritz after a Hornet game, and I was talking about this story, and the server goes, "Oh, you mean MGM?" But she said her name,
yeah, sure.
and I was
She's
like,
known around town, buddy.
I was like, what? Like
Well, you
there was-
guys are making her famous.
I
She's
know,
gonna
maybe,
find
yeah.
us.
I know. I'm waiting for that cease and assist.
Yeah,
or her defamation lawsuit. And like, it was all true.
yeah.
And how did it cost you money? Defamation has to actually cost you money that you would have earned legally.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if I were you, I would write that script because you can monetize that. That's a great story, but like I've never heard of something happening like that.
Crazy, right? And I gave you like the very abbreviated version.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should write it. You guys should write that.
Like
Yep.
she's the one who
You can
told
make
me
it into a movie.
she's the one who told me he had 2 phones. She's the one who gave me a ton of good info. And I was
I
like,
know.
wait, what? Wild.
Hey, there's no ceiling on a good story, like what you can do with it.
Mhm.
That's a good one. You guys should do something with that.
We
I mean,
should.
maybe
Mhm.
that's what's going to come out of this. We're like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, that script evolved out of a podcast.
I like it.
Okay. Look at Graham being our
You-
No, I'm
motivational
just saying,
coach.
it's a
Yeah.
great story. You know?
Yeah.
It's
And
wild.
you guys seem to enjoy hanging out. So writing a script, you would spend more time together and then
Yeah.
have something to sell. I know somebody that's all they care about is the almighty dollar.
That's right.
I mean, I'm not.
She's good
I'm
at
not
what she
pointing any
does.
fingers.
Yeah, I'm not pointing any fingers over here. The woman in blue.
She's good at what she does. She's
The
my
ad
little
exec.
worker bee too. She
was
is.
bossing me around earlier. I was like, no,
I know.
I'm doing you a solid.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Well, she's probably bringing you more business right now than she's bringing me. What's going on? You guys are working a lot of deals together right now.
I'm covering deals.
Okay.
I'm just trying to do solids. I'm not.
Just, trying to make it all happen.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do solids.
So, do you have any good stories you can tell?
I got a ton of good stories.
I know.
Let's
I liked your John Mayer story earlier.
John Mayer. I ran into John Mayer in college up at Appalachian State, not too far from here.
Oh yeah,
So you graduated from App.
I did. He was
when?
shopping his album Room for Squares on Napster at the time.
Oh,
that's how old we all are.
Yeah. And so he was leaving an establishment that I was also leaving at a very late hour. And we happened to share a elevator ride. And he was coming, he's coming from somewhere. I was like, hey, man, I saw the show. And he was like, which one? Okay, well, good for you, sir. Yeah, good for you. Yeah.
Were you sleeping somewhere the boys are not contractually allowed to be sleeping if you're in the college realm?
I was with my girlfriend. Yes, I don't know what the rules were on being there, but I did stay with my girlfriend that night.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's funny.
But yeah, it was, I like John Mayer. He was super cool, super nice, obviously crazy talented. But I'm trying to think of a good story. Well, what kind of stories are we looking for here?
I mean, anything that's like you can't believe someone did that, but because they're celebrity, they get a pass.
And while you think, why were you texting me the Target walk of shame? What did you do?
Well, you guys.
Walk of Shame's always a good story.
I'm just pointing out that, there's like people of Walmart pages where you can't believe someone was out in public in that. And it's oftentimes like leggings that look nude. So you look naked or something. I straight up.
I love my nude.
Yeah.
So amazing. Yeah.
I'm straight up so over being cold that I wore my heated pants out in public to Target with slippers, like with my kids, because I had pickleball after, but I needed to warm my body thoroughly. And my kids had to get their Valentines. So I was like, let's just go to Target right now. I mean, I had on these full blown pants that have heaters on them that light up. So, I mean, I look like I either had like a...
That light up?
I mean, because the button,
cannot be friends anymore.
I know the button that like says the power's on and that you have them on extreme heat was on.
Oh my God.
I'm like, if anyone sees me right now, I look like I'm in a very bad place in my life, but I just want to be warm.
Sunglasses on.
So I felt like I was doing like a walk of shame. I was like, I'm not fit to be seen in public.
That's a good story.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I think I'll give you my one story. I'll try to make it brief though. It's kind of long, but I think it's one of my best stories.
Okay.
And it does lead into how you and I know each other because I don't have a radio background. I've only had one radio job. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyone that listens to me on the radio is probably like, oh yeah, that tracks. But I was living in Los Angeles and the actress and I had parted ways and I was just trying to figure out life. And I was landscaping in Los Angeles. And I was kind of rebelling against the LA culture. So I bought a lifted monster truck that looked beat up and looked like it was a work truck.
Sure. Yeah.
And I was landscaping. When you live in Los Angeles, not a lot of people drive pickup trucks in the city because you can't park anywhere. But if you have one, people ask you to move furniture. So one of my friends, shout out to Alexander DeLeon. He's the lead singer of a group called The Cab.
Okay.
And he is married to Josephine Scriver, who was like the main Victoria's Secret model.
Okay.
Love her. He calls me one day. It's 108 degrees in the valley.
Oh.
And he's like, hey, my girlfriend at the time is moving to New York. We got to move a bunch of furniture. Can you help me move this refrigerator? And I'm like, yeah, I will say I don't know a lot about a lot of things, but I am a good friend. So I was like, yeah, I'll figure it out.
Help you, buddy.
A guy with a truck. That's always a good friend to have.
So we're moving this refrigerator in the valley. We're dirty and like sweaty and like my truck doesn't have AC. And I get a call from my agent at the time. Modeling agent, terrible model, but he was a modeling agent, like not radio, not any. He was like, hey man, I got the weirdest call about you. I'm like, yeah, what's up? He's like, this radio station wants to bring you in and interview you for a job. And I was like, what? Why? And so I used to run a clothing company with my best friend from college, and we raised money for children's charities.
Yeah.
And we did it on a very micro level, but we sold t-shirts and hoodies and hats, and we gave away money to certain adjoining charities that kind of went with social entrepreneurship. And I gave a speech one time at a business summit about products that do more with their than their functionality. The owner of this station, it was privately owned, happened to be there, and I guess he heard my southern accent, was like, oh, that guy sounds country. And he ran a country station in LA. So they found out who booked me, and it kind of got through to my modeling agent at the time. And he was like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. Like, you should go in for this interview.
Yeah.
I was like,
Always.
I've never done radio. I don't know, but it's not landscaping, but I'll go, you know. When do you need me there? And he's like, they need you there by 3. It was like 1 o'clock. Well, in LA,
oh my God,
places, I didn't have time to go shower or whatever. So I'm like, okay, there's a refrigerator in the back of my truck. It's 108 degrees, and my AC does not work in this truck. It's like a 2003 Chevy Silverado that looks beat all to hell. So I get in the truck, I drive there, I take my shirt off. One, I was poor as can be, so I will say this, shredded out of my
there you go. There you go.
By the time I pull up, I was in a beat up John Deere hat, drenched in sweat, like with a dirty white T-shirt that I was fanning out in the parking lot.
Try to dry the sweat off.
This guy comes out and he's like, "Oh, you cannot be here. Like, what are you doing? This is like people work here."
Yeah.
And I was like,
this is a place of business, sir. You can't dump your fridge in our place.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I mean, he must have just thought, like, who is this hobo? So anyway, he said, well, what are you doing here? I'm here. I'm looking for the radio station. He was like, oh, well, go in this door. Well, first of all, put your clothes on. Go in this door. Go upstairs and check into the.
You can get the tickets you won at with reception.
Yeah. So I go in and I put my clothes on. I go in and I interview with the person who is the program director at the time. Okay. And so they sit down with me and they're like, well, what's your background? Where's your resume? I don't have a resume.
I was told to be here.
Yeah. Have you ever done radio? Never done radio. Now, mind you, it's like one of the biggest radio stations in America. And so I was like,
it's a big market.
And it's still privately owned, right?
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah.
Which they reached out to me as this job was coming out. And it was those two going back and forth with my agent, which it was full circle moment. But, the person hated me, wanted me dead. They're like, you've never done radio? What are you doing in here? And I'm like, oh, your boss told me to come in here.
Yeah.
So we do the interview and they're like, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, not going to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, whatever. I mean, I don't know anything about radio. So I'm like, all right, well, easy come, easy go. So I leave and I call my agent. I'm like, yeah, it didn't go well, man. I did my best. He's like, what are you talking about? They offered you the job like 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? He goes, well, yeah, the owner, I guess, ran into you in the parking lot. And he was like, if this country bumpkin can say 2 words, I don't care. I'm giving him a 6-month contract and see what he does with it. And I turned it into 6 years. And obviously, I got offered a TV show and I ended up having to leave. But that's how I got into radio.
That's so awesome.
That's a great story.
So 3 days later, I was on the radio in Los Angeles.
And on the biggest station.
Yeah, in America.
Wow.
And then, but how did you and the program director move past him being like, no, I have no respect for you not respecting the craft of radio?
Well, as you know, and I'm learning quickly, they were gone like 3 months after that. And so I started taking and doing the music stuff.
So you absorbed that job.
I didn't absorb it, but I definitely was given some input into programming, which was awesome. Nice. And so it did help me quickly develop some very good relationships with artists. And I would say, and you've done it far longer than I ever have. I don't feel like a traditional radio personality. Not that I feel like a fraud, but I just didn't train that way. I'm more of a people person. And so I have to be taught the right buttons, but I'm more about the music and like the listener experience and what is the person on the other end of this getting out of our relationship.
Yeah.
Just like your podcast. Like
storytelling.
We talked about it. One of my favorite things about what y'all do was I was entertained by your story. So I felt like I was taking something away from it.
Yeah.
And in life, whether it be a girlfriend, friend, something, I don't do one-way streets. I guess as I get older, like if you're a one-way friend, we're not working. Yeah. So I got something out of listening to the episode you told me to listen to. And I was like, oh, that was fun. Like it took my mind off of some stressful stuff that
it made you laugh.
Yeah. And it was great. And so I think the way I do my job probably infuriates maybe talent coaches at times, because all I care about is what the person on the other end of the radio or the other end of the stream is getting from spending their time with me. Yeah. So and I feel like you guys have done a good job with this in the episodes I've heard.
Yeah. Thanks, you.
Graham.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I love
learning
that.
and growing.
And I think you don't give yourself enough credit, because I've listened to you on the radio. I think, you do a great job.
Why do you think that? Let me fish a little bit.
Because I think you're very relatable.
Well, I am. I do feel like the every guy. Like I feel like I'm the guy that
you're
you
normal.
walk out of your apartment building, you see the guy walking across the street or something. I feel like I'm that guy. Now I do get into crazy rooms, and that's sometimes
a perk. Yeah.
Well, no, it's a thin line to walk because that can actually, in my opinion, hurt you more than help you.
Absolutely.
So whether it be, I did this is a name drop, but here's an example. I did an interview yesterday with an artist who actually asked me to manage them years ago from the band Perry.
Okay.
The last time I saw this young lady, Kimberly Perry, she was trying to set me up with Lana Del Rey. And so we were joking about this on the interview. And so someone who then listened to the audio back was like, why didn't you never tell me that story?
Yeah.
And I was like, because when you start name dropping all of these people, and when you live in LA, that circle becomes very small.
Yeah.
Then you come off like a douchebag.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this guy, like he's
too good for us.
Yeah. He's already named
or
dropped
a one
four
upper.
people.
Or he feels like he's above in some way. So like, I think that being the every guy or being relatable is my best quality, and guarding against using some of those stories in the wrong capacity is something that I actively try to do on a daily basis. Now, granted, I just probably undid all of that by telling you that story. But that's something that
your
I do
intentions
appreciate you
are
saying
there.
that. Yeah. Or trying to. Yeah. Sure.
Your intentions are there. Whereas
And
me, I'm like, take that ladder all the way up, buddy.
All
You
the
go
way.
for it.
I think too, like the music, the way you talk about music and songs, and like
I probably
you have a
overkill it.
passionate,
Yeah.
you have a passion for it though, and that resonates with people.
But I
You
think that's
love the music.
Yeah.
And I think that's different because in radio today, there are so many people that don't know the music. They don't care to know the music. And like, they can't even name songs from some of the biggest artists. Like you've just seen that with program directors, with talent in radio over the past 10 years. It's totally different than what it was.
So would you hire me?
I would.
You would hire me?
I would,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
I
We
would
gotta
hire
get
you.
her
Would you
a
hire me?
station, of course.
Right. Well, I mean, I
Yes.
feel like you've seen everything under the sun, so that's a stamp of approval.
Yeah, I've been on some successful shows and some not successful shows, and been in some good buildings and some bad buildings.
What do you think is the biggest piece of success that you've taken away that has helped you kind of have the career and the staying power? Because I'm learning very quickly that it's very volatile at times. The radio world is volatile because I'm coming from the streaming world.
Yeah, I think the hardest lesson for me to learn was not to take it personally. Everything.
I'll never learn that. I'll always take it. I'm such a relationship person that it's always personal.
I had to get the thickest skin, whether it was like reading the hurtful comments. Like one time I told a story about as a babysitter, not being that nice to a kid because I didn't think he was that cute. And I realized it about myself. So I told the story and I just got eaten alive about it. Like, how dare I? And I took it all to heart. And I felt so badly that I was a bad person when I'm not a bad person. And I just let other people's voices come in and affect me all the time. And then when a contract didn't go my way and I didn't get renewed, it killed me. They told me that they could replace me with 3 people, and that I hadn't earned that place when I had the years of experience and I had grown and I had, and not taking it personally, and that every change was going to help me grow and be bigger and better. And now it's that you got to have more than one job. You got to have more than one income stream.
Yeah.
Just this job didn't do it for me, but I never got to be the lead on a morning show. I was always a secondary person, a supporting cast member, and that pays a hell of a lot differently. So I learned how to make my money in other ways, like NASCAR, with the sponsorships, with the deals, and with the endearment to people. My relationships were strong enough that it carried past a show. Yeah. So I got really lucky in that space.
Oh, well, I wouldn't say you got lucky, but
Thank you. I earned my spot in that space. Yeah.
Fortune favors the prepared minds.
Yeah.
And just learn how to work what's working for you. Right. I figured out to keep working the things that worked for me.
Yeah, I'm very lucky in that, and I really appreciate you saying this. I really enjoy what I do. So asked to cover certain things or do things, or like the other day, my job description changed and I had to pick something up or do something for the company. And I remember couldn't sleep at night because I was just excited about going back to work. Good. So sometimes that hurts me because the people that employ me know how much I love it. So they're like, well, he'll do it.
He'll do it.
He'll do it. But, they'll work you to death if you let them.
It's been, and I'm sure they would. But luckily I'm so new that has not hit yet.
Well, and in a new market, you always have to pay your dues a little bit and show up a little bit more to kind of get your foot in the door and wedge it open so everyone.
I mean, they've told me to go home. Yeah, they're like, "Hey, man,
you need to go.
You should go." But again, like I do life with certain friends that are in the music business, and so like I'm talking to my friends at work, and like I'm listening to my friends at work.
Yeah.
And again, not to name drop or anything, but when you get to play music for your job, it hasn't gotten old for me, and hopefully it never will, but I would imagine it does at times, and I just have not hit that yet. So I'm very blessed and lucky in that regard. And also, I moved away when I was 17. Like I haven't been near my family in 20 years.
Yeah.
So my parents being able to listen to me on the daily.
Oh.
Now, I guess they used to listen to me on certain streaming platforms, but it's different. It's
That's
like,
some
it's a
big
daily thing. Yeah. So like if I'm going to call my mom tomorrow for Valentine's and be like, hey, you're the best.
Yeah.
Like that's a super dope thing.
Yeah.
In the same time zone, you can just call anytime. You don't have to juggle
It's amazing. And so
she can hear all your commercials for Culver's when she's in the car, whoever you're advertising for next.
Yeah. Culver's.
Yep.
I think I nailed that. I don't know.
You did.
Yeah. I'm just a substitute, but I feel like I added a little flair to it.
You did. I thought it was great. And
Chris will get you locked into an annual.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
Oh, no.
You keep hanging with this girl. She'll
That's
get
right.
you, she'll get you paid.
They were throwing the big ad exec around, and then Krista shows up, and I was like, oh, well, I know her.
Yeah.
They're like,
that's
they
her.
need this today. I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
For her, yes.
Good old Lynn.
Good.
Yeah,
She does a good job. I hadn't worked with her yet, Lynn. She's great.
So are you enjoying what you do?
Yeah.
Because I'm learning secondhand, because I have a different relationship with you. You're just my friend that I see at shows, and I like your husband. I think he's cool. So.
Yeah.
We have fun. Every day is different. And our business, it's really crazy how much it's changed just over the past 2 years, where we were very heavy with digital, which we still do, but we're more on the event side now, because that's just how
you asked me to host an event a year away. I was
did.
Like, what is wrong with you?
I did. I texted him. I was like, I need you January 2027. He's like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
I know. She's boss babe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do. And I love working with my husband. That's how we started dating, as we worked together. So we have a good working relationship. We work very differently, but
how's he doing? Wasn't he going through some physical rehab stuff? Is he doing better?
So much better.
Oh, good. Amazing.
Yeah. He had 3 back surgeries in 6 months. It was a rough first start to 2025, but he's all good. He just did his 6-month checkup. He's playing golf again.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
He's
working
a cool
out.
Dude.
Yeah.
The few people, because I don't know a ton of people, and obviously I don't bring up y'all's relationship. The few people that have come up, they all love your husband.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he must be the guy's guy.
He's a good guy. He's a kiss on the lips kind of friend.
I mean, I'm gonna pass on that, but I'll stick with the handshake. But cool. I've heard he's a cool dude though.
He does. He comes right in for the real thing.
Yeah.
He's a good one.
Oh, nice.
He was my favorite boss I ever had.
Yeah.
In radio.
Yep.
Wow, and you're not married to him,
right? Right. Well, and he is very passionate about music,
yes,
I'm sure you've heard, right? And
I've heard that's why he was really good at what he did.
He was so good, because he listened to the music. I mean, artists still call him today and play him songs and get his opinion. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, he's really good at that. He's got a great.
Artists don't like sharing new music either, so it takes a lot for them. Hey, let me know what you think on this one. And this record. And, that's very cool.
For Krista, it was a big deal for me to get her out of the corporate bubble for a long time, because I wanted her. She's such a hard worker and is so good at everything she does. I wanted her to do that for something for herself more. And so her husband had left the corporate world, and he was doing great with their marketing company. And I said, come on. She could never go to lunch. She could never hang out. She was always working. And I said, you need more flexibility. Come on. And it took a while, but once you took the leap, I think you've been super happy that you did.
Yeah. I mean, I left. I was the general sales manager at Beasley, and
worked your way up to that.
I just needed to go. I was so tired of working so hard for.
The ROI wasn't there for you.
No. Yeah. And there was just a lot of stuff with corporate I didn't like. And so DJ was like, all right, look, I've got, an investor. We will be comfortable. Let's just go. Our business is where we need to hire somebody, or you need to come over. And I was like, all right, let's go. And it was great. I left at December 2022. I did wake up with a panic attack on January 3rd, 2023.
Yeah.
It's 7:30, get out of bed. What are you doing? We gotta go. But it's been incredible.
But she still works that schedule she's being chair checked by the bosses, but she's her own boss. So that's what I love about her. She's such a hard worker.
So what is your ROI? So what's your return on investment? What's the currency that fills you? Some people it's money, some people it's career, some people it's respect. What is for you, for Krista, what is the return?
I mean, I love our clients. So making our clients successful is what really fuels me.
Okay.
Like,
Solving that problem, like seeing that they're not reaching who they want to reach and you know how to solve it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah. I think for a long time it was success. It was trying to become a bigger fish in the smaller pond every time. But instead of moving up markets, just trying to do it in Charlotte.
Yeah.
And then I had the shakeup of my life and I found like some charities that really do it for me. So now I'm working less and caring less that if I make less money, but because I'm able to give back more to these charities, like Give Hope Global. I'm like about to go to Africa for my 4th time in 2 years.
Amazing.
Because once you've seen it and done it, you can't not anymore. You can't leave the kids behind. You can't not finish the classroom. You can't not go to somewhere where people are just so excited to have your love and energy.
That's a evolution from hot girl summer. I'm just in it for the looks to Africa.
Yeah, like don't give me
it literally
the ugly kids.
It like literally shook me too. I just was like, I woke up one day and I'm like, I need something else to focus on. Like I need to pour my heart into something else. And I like saw an Instagram page of someone I was following and I said, they're doing a trip to Africa in a couple weeks. What if I could go?
Yeah.
Have you ever done a mission trip?
No, I would love to. I mean, my son's going to be in college next year. And I was like, then I can definitely take time away because he's with us most of the time. So I never know what the schedule's going to be. So to leave it would be tough.
What would be something that you would want to try?
I would try that. I would go. I would do that.
Okay. What do you do when you go to Africa?
So it's with a group called Give Hope Global, and they primarily do education and medical supplies. So we've gotten some great donations from like Novon Health of like ultrasound machines and hospital beds and poles. So we go with like ultrasound techs and doctors who are teaching the people there at those clinics how to use the equipment. So they've been able to change the infant mortality rate in the country. And then I personally only go to a school there called Sowers Academy, which is in a really, really low income area where education is not free or guaranteed. Everyone has to get into a school and pay. And so we help provide the money for the school, for the teachers, for the books, for the meals. And so I've been working on the school. Like last time I was there, I rearranged the supply room so the teachers could get the bins of the books and the crayons and the markers. I love organization. I like neat and tidy and in its place. And then just sitting with the kids and reading. I just go to the school every day and I sit at the school and I read with the kids and I sing songs and we dance and we play soccer and I help paint the swing set and just get all their love. Which is funny because I don't love all my kids all the time, but I love all the other kids.
Yeah.
That's a great answer. Probably rehearsed, but very
totally rehearsed.
Totally rehearsed. Nailed it. Hey,
said it 100 times.
Nailed it. Good job, Gwenny.
Nice.
Give to givehopeglobal.org.
There you go. I don't think you can end it any better than that. Well, that's great.
I know.
Well, hey, and we've got a show to get to.
We got a show to get to. Yeah.
People are coming in. We're at Blume Studios, stage door 1.
What's the show tonight?
Our show is called In Pour Taste, and as in like pouring a glass of wine. And I'm pretty sure it's a comedy.
Okay.
So I'm really excited. We're going to have some wine. Yeah. I think we even get to try some wine during the experience.
Oh, good.
But there is
it's right behind us.
You guys drink wine?
Every day. I'm surprised.
I know. I feel so out of place right now because we don't have a glass with us.
I'm so thirsty right now.
I'm so thirsty.
You're parched.
We need to get a glass.
All right. Well,
I see glasses over there.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, of course.
I hope you come back. We didn't scare you too much.
No, not at all. Yeah.
And when you relaunch your sports podcast, we'll come on anytime.
Anytime.
The Suit, you could probably be a guest on the Suits podcast.
Yeah.
And my husband's probably the greatest Tar Heel fan that ever lived. He still doesn't have a voice from that game last weekend.
Well, you
I
might want to check on him.
I know. He's been away all week working. So I don't know if he knows the news yet.
It's a dark day. Just got announced about an hour ago. Caleb Wilson probably done for the year.
Oh, man.
Is he the one who made that 3-point shot at the end of the last game?
No, that was Seth Trimble. Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's our best player and top 5 NBA pick. So
is he a senior?
No, he's a freshman. But if he doesn't play the rest of the year because he's going to the NBA draft, then the team's pretty much dead in the water.
Oh, man.
But a lot of Tar Heel players don't leave after freshman year, right? Some of them stay.
This one's a top 5 pick, probably 4th, 3rd. I mean, he's probably the best freshman we've ever had.
Wow.
Ever at North Carolina.
What is your take on that? Do you say go for the money in the NBA or go for the college degree?
Well, I think it depends on the kid's situation, his family. I mean, nowadays there's NIL, so I'm sure he's making well north of $1 million. But
as a college athlete,
the quicker that you get to the NBA, the quicker you can get to your second contract, which puts you in the hundreds of millions of dollars. So,
wow.
I support
College can wait.
Yeah. I support any young man that can go and generationally change the income and outcome of
For their family.
For generations.
For generations
And
to come.
communities.
So
Right.
who knows? He comes back, he tears his knee up, and he does not make that money.
Mhm.
You got to go.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Go Heels.
Go
Heels,
yeah, my
always.
son was accepted there.
Nice.
So I'm pretty
Amazing.
sure he's going there next year.
Chapel Thrill. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Thrill, baby. That's right.
Heel,
We'll meet him
yeah.
on Franklin
He said
Street.
heel,
Heel,
yeah.
yeah. Heel, yeah. Heel, yeah.
Well, Graham, thanks so much for being here. Wishing you the best of luck in your shows and
I
all
need
your
it.
endeavors
Yeah.
with iHeart.
I
Yes,
need it.
all the things.
Yeah.
You have a seat with us anytime, and we'll help you any way we can too.
All
so
right.
you
Yeah.
can name
Thank
drop
you so
us from
much.
now on.
Yeah.
I will. I'll
Definitely.
definitely ask you guys for advice because, again, this is a completely new landscape for me. So,
Yeah,
thank
absolutely.
you so much. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well,
Even though
sorry,
you left
Nick.
me out to dry at one concert, just left me out to dry. So
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, left
We'll
him
talk
in the
about it
green
later.
room.
Yeah. That's why I abandoned you, left you out to dry too.
I know. We'll have to hear that story next time.
Stories
Yeah.
for another day.
All right.
Yes.
Sounds good.
All right. Sorry, next.